Welcome to this video. In this video I would like to explain to you the basics of SAP ERP and especially SAP S/4HANA. This video is a video for beginners explaining you the most important concepts and functionalities of SAP S/4HANA. And after watching this video, you should understand the most important facts of SAP S/4HANA to get started working with the SAP solution. So first of all, let's start with the most important, a definition of SAP S/4HANA itself. SAP S/4HANA is an ERP software solution developed by SAP SE, by the company, and serves as the successor to the previous core product SAP ECC, so SAP ERP Central Component. So let's dig into SAP S/4HANA, into the term. The letter S stands for simple or suite. The 4 represents the 4th product generation. So we had SAP R1, SAP R2, SAP R3, then an extended version of SAP R3, the SAP ECC, and now we have the 4th generation SAP S/4HANA. And HANA basically stands for High Performance Analytic Appliance, and this refers to the underlying database technology, to the HANA database, to the in-memory database that basically stores the data. So coming to the point, SAP S/4HANA can only be used using the database SAP HANA. So don't compare those two terms. SAP S/4HANA is basically the ERP software solution, and SAP HANA is the database storing the data. And SAP S/4HANA is using the HANA database. And if we have a closer look to the abbreviation ERP, so then we come to the point that it stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. And this is a software system that helps organizations streamline their core business processes, including finance, human resources, manufacturing, supply chain, sales, procurement, and so on. It provides a unified view of operations and serves as a central source of data. So now basically I think that it's important, if you would like to understand SAP S/4HANA, to also understand a little bit the technology side. So in SAP S/4HANA, basically, we have a client-server architecture. Basically, a client uses the services given by a server. And in our case, in SAP S/4HANA, the client is the front end, so the SAP GUI or SAP Fiori, and the SAP GUI is a programmed installed locally on your computer, and SAP Fiori is a technology, a user experience used within your browser. So therefore you don't have to install any components, any programs. You can use your built-in browser, so for example Edge, Google Chrome, but within SAP GUI you have to install the program. And on the other side, the server, that is a computer that has SAP S/4HANA installed and can serve the different services from SAP S/4HANA to the clients. It is important to understand basically that SAP GUI or SAP Fiori is not SAP S/4HANA. SAP GUI or SAP Fiori is basically the front end that connects with the SAP S/4HANA server to use the different services. So they belong together, but they're not the same. And if we dive deeper into the client-server architecture, then we can also see that between the client and the server there is a network. So over a network, the client, the SAP GUI, the SAP Fiori is connecting to the server, to the SAP S/4HANA server. And on the other hand, the server, on the other hand, is connected to a database, basically storing data that can be processed on the server and shown in the front end. And normally you can only access the SAP S/4HANA server within a restricted network, within a company. SAP S/4HANA can be used on premise or in the cloud, so off cloud, on cloud. So let's cover the SAP GUI as one possibility of the front end and use the functionality of SAP S/4HANA. Once again, SAP GUI is a program installed locally on your computer. So every person, every SAP user using SAP S/4HANA has to install the SAP GUI locally on her or his computer, or use SAP Fiori on the other hand. And you can download the SAP GUI in the Software Center or on the developers website of SAP. I have already produced one video explaining you the needed steps. I will link the corresponding video explaining you the needed steps. In the SAP GUI, you set up a connection with the connection parameters to the SAP S/4HANA server. If the connection is working, you will log into the server with your credentials, so with your SAP user ID and password. Here we can see, after we've double-clicked onto the connection, the logon screen will open up, and here we can enter our user ID and our password. We also can specify the client and the logon language. It's important to understand that every SAP server has at least one client, can have multiple clients, and the data is stored client specific. So if you're working within your process and saving, creating, deleting whatever data, then this is being made client specific. If you log into the same server to another client, then the data is different because the data is stored client specific. You can only access the data within this client. This is important to understand, to have a separation. And once you're logged into the SAP system, you can use different transactions to execute the business processes. You can either execute a transaction in the SAP menu of the specific node or enter the transaction code in the command field, most likely in the top left area of the SAP GUI. This also depends on your theme. So the look and feel you specify, you have selected the SAP GUI. And this is also a really great advantage for experienced SAP users. So basically, if you know the transaction code, you can easily enter the transaction codes in the OK code field, in the command field, and then execute and then reach the transaction instead of searching the transaction in the tree structure within the SAP menu. On the other hand, we have SAP Fiori as the second possibility as front end, offering a similar approach. And SAP Fiori basically is used within your browser, and the transactions are executable as tiles. And SAP Fiori is responsive, modern, and shows only the tiles, the transactions, and also the data that should be shown based on the roles. So sometimes within the SAP GUI, it could be quite overwhelming. It could be kind of like complex and challenging to understand transactions because of the huge amount of input fields, of labels, of data. And the first time you're opening up a transaction in SAP GUI, Yeah, it's crazy coming to your mind, so many possibilities. And in SAP Fiori, the company SAP tries to make it easier and to minimize the overwhelming effect and to separate the tasks into different tiles, and you can only see the tiles corresponding to your roles. So let's also explain the functionalities and the concept in SAP S/4HANA more closely. To understand SAP S/4HANA, you can imagine this like a smartphone. On SAP S/4HANA, there are multiple transactions, programs, tiles, whatever you name it, for a single purpose or task, like you're having apps on your smartphone. So if you would like to enter an incoming invoice, if you would like to display the data, if you would like to change data, if you would like to create a master data entry, you have one transaction for this task. There are transactions having a higher functionality. Some transactions have a minimized functionality. But this is basically really important to understand. You have a lot of transactions. Over 100,000 transactions are available in SAP S/4HANA. So this is important. And in SAP S/4HANA, you have different so-called modules to fulfill different business processes. And in each of the modules, you have corresponding transactions. And to use a module, you have to install it on the SAP server. And you also have to customize. Customize is a term to set up the processes depending on your business needs. Or you have a lot of functionalities also to enhance it over programming with the programming language ABAP. And there are also functionalities to personalize your processes. So this is really one advantage of SAP S/4HANA, having a huge amount, a huge set of predefined processes, of transactions, of possibilities, and having the possibility to enhance it to your specific needs. This is important really to understand. If a client wants to execute a transaction, then you are basically running into an authorization check. So a SAP user must have the proper authorization to execute a transaction, to view data, to edit data, or even delete data. And basically this concept guarantees that an SAP user only can create, edit, display, delete, whatever, that she is allowed to. So this is also a really important concept. So explaining you the basics and most important topics, I would like to get to know. If you have any questions left, please put them in the comment section. Please like this video and please subscribe to not miss great upcoming videos. Thank you so much for your amazing support and see you in the next video.